What's up? How are we, guys? I hope you're killing it as always. So, yes, I'm getting a fucking nose job, alright? I'm getting a nose job because my nose is absolutely fucked. See, one thing that you'll all learn from Papa Shreds is that I got a weird looking schnoz, alright? It's a bit odd, a little bit funky. And pretty much, it always manages to get burnt every single minute that I'm in the sun. So it gets fried all the time. And so as you can see, it's just going to randomly start bleeding today. So I got my little tissue here to clean it up and not be too grubby for you guys. But yes, I'm getting a nose job. I'm getting a nose job because this is fucked. I'm 100% going to get skin cancer or die if I don't get this nose chopped out. So I want your thoughts. What shape nose should I get? Something more Roman, a little bit stronger? I don't know. But anyway, so yes, that's why I'm getting a nose job one day. Who have we got online? We've got Kelly, we've got Harold. How are you guys? Who else we got on here? Where's everyone from? Say hello. I want to know where everyone's from so that I can plan the next JCF team meetup, which would be absolutely epic. Because we're going to be doing one in Melbourne for the Annual Classic, which would be absolutely wicked. We've just done one in Brizzy. We did a little one in Sydney. We've done one in Perth. All right, I'll be over in Perth as well for the Lenatawich Classic over in 3 weeks. So we'll be doing one there as well. Huey Phillips is from Wales. Welcome, mate. Welcome. It's the time over in Wales at the moment. We also got Kimberly Drew, Jimmy Van Elswick. How are you, my man? Fabs, good to have you, brother. I hope you're well. Long time no speak. Rightio. So yeah, no guys, for those who missed it, I'm getting a nose job because my nose is like fucking just rooted. So I get burnt every time, like I'm in the sun all the time. So yeah, that's why she's just bleeding right now. And do excuse me for that. So that is why I'm getting a nose job. Plus, I think I could always, improve my looks. I could go from a 6 to a 6.5 if I just got a little bit of better shape there. Who else we got? Yuvindu, how are you, mate? Tristan, good to have you here, brother. Graffy, mate. Graffy, congratulations on the new gig. Very, very stoked for you, brother. Welcome to the PT life. Okie doke, let's get cracking on into this. Okie doke. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through Q&As. As always, if you've got any questions, fucking comment away. Get in amongst that. And ask whatever you want to ask. Because yeah, I'll be answering absolutely everything. So we're gonna start off, right? First things first, before we get into all the questions and all that sort of stuff. Muppets and their fucking calorie deficits, alright? Every single fucking day, alright? I see some sort of fitness guru who's half fucking fat, can't get lean, has got no idea about lifting, probably couldn't even, bloody pull 200 kilos on a deadlift. And if you're a fitness professional, you should easily be able to do that. But all these people, and they're saying that, the calorie deficit is the only way to go. That is it. This is the calorie deficit. And the thing is, it's like, no, you Muppet, you're completely missing the point. Right, okay, yes, look, if you eat less energy than what you expend, you're going to lose weight. But what the fuck's weight, all right? Let's think about weight. Weight includes muscle, all right? Muscle glycogen, water, and fat, amongst a whole heap of other things as well where weight can come into it, alright? Shit, you can even lose a little bit of hair if you eat nothing but Doritos for the next 3 weeks. I guarantee you'll get a little bit of hair loss or something like that, and that's weight as well. See, the thing with weight is it doesn't fucking matter, alright? Weight honestly doesn't matter. I don't get any of my clients to just take weight. We do weight plus measurements plus photos if we really need to, and we're serious about it, okay? You don't waste your time with just looking at weight. And that's what these Muppets do. They say, oh, you want to lose weight? Because everyone still wants to lose fucking weight when really we want to lose fat. But these Muppets on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot, they're saying, oh, yeah, just calorie deficit, calorie fucking deficit every single time. And they're saying that, that's the only way forwards. Well, it's not. All right, technically it is. You need to have a calorie deficit, but saying that all you need to worry about is a calorie deficit, and that's it. So what a lot of these people do is they use a theory to calculate what's called the basal metabolic rate, which is how much energy you expend if you were in a coma, all right? So if you're in a coma, this is how much energy you'd expend. They use a theory, like a formula to create that. And from there, they calculate how much energy you would roughly expend during the day. Now the thing is, number one, your biggest fuck up here is that you're using a formula which is generated for average people, like non-lifters. So yeah, how the fuck do you think that's supposed to be completely accurate, right? So that's the first place that they go wrong. The second place that they go wrong is they say, well, you can eat whatever you like as long as you're still in a calorie deficit at the end of the day. And it's like, well, that's a bit dumb, all right? Just a little bit dumb, okay? Yes, I acknowledge that at some stage you will have to have some form of calorie deficit. Well, actually, not even all the time. For the average people, yes, that's what you need to do. But for my guys, or people who want to be fucking freaks, you don't, because a lot of you will see that I actually bump your calories up stupidly high, and you lose fat at the same time. Calorie deficit. But anyway, the big thing they say is they say all this shit about, right, okay, well, what we need to do is you can just eat whatever the fuck you want as long as you're expending more energy than you put in. Now, the issue with that, according to a theory as well, the issue with that is, well, what about the gut? Now, the digestive system is something that's really quite cool because it runs everything, all right? It is the big boss man. It is Donald Trump with his big red button, okay? That is what the gut is in the end of the day. It's a much nicer person than Donald Trump. Well, it's a much nicer thing than Donald Trump, but it is nevertheless the Donald Trump. That's the best analogy I've got. And what it is it controls the shots, everything. It controls the whole lot. And so if you start upsetting your gut and you start pissing it off, what do you think it's going to do? Right? It's not going to be happy. Now, the gut controls your energy expenditure. So your microbiome in there, it pretty much dictates how much energy you're going to get out of food, right? It also dictates what minerals you're going to get out there. Are you going to get any zinc? Are you going to get your iron? Are you going to get your vitamin D, whatnot? That's all regulated by the gut, okay? So what do you think happens when you piss the gut off? Oh, that's right. You don't absorb your nutrients properly, okay? You absorb more calories out of food than what you normally would. You start to expend less energy. You start to have hormonal changes. You start to have changes in insulin secretion, okay? All these things start happening. They're all gut mediated. In fact, diabetes is mostly inflammatory and gut mediated. In fact, it's all inflammatory and gut mediated, but mostly through the gut. You can actually treat diabetes through the digestive system. Metformin for one, berberine for two, all right? The two biggest anti-diabetic drugs, all right, are both activated through the digestive system, right? Everything starts in here. And so when you see these absolute spuds who are going out and chopping down Pop-Tarts and Krispy Kremes every single day and saying, oh, but it fits my macros, it's like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Number one, you don't even look that good, so stop telling people that, this is what you should do to go. Number two, there's a lot of people out there are actually running chemicals which enhance their physique, alright? So a lot of them do this, and they run a shitload of stuff just to keep them lean because they can't control their fucking useless cravings because of their infantile attitudes and their low levels of self-restraint and control. They have to run all this gear because they just can't stop putting food into their mouth because their dopaminergic system's so screwed up from chasing every single like and taking photos with their tits and asses out just for a little bit of social recognition, and that's it. So the next one is, well, what about your hormones or your immune system, right? How about that? So these people, they say all the time, they're like, oh no, it's just all about the calorie deficit, and it's like, okay, so what if your body isn't functioning too well at all? What if the body isn't terribly happy and say, for example, that you're insulin resistant, right? And you're not responding to that too well. If you're insulin resistant, you're not going to be able to lose fat terribly well. So you actually need to look at doing that. Now, the easiest ways to improve your insulin sensitivity or to reduce insulin resistance, depending on the cause, for a lot of people, is doing something like intermittent fasting, which nips it in the bud very quickly. Yes, you will need to restrict your calories, but not as much as what these people think all the time, okay? So it's not all just about the calorie deficit all the time. As for your hormones, if you have got low levels of testosterone and you are just focusing on calorie deficit, this is for guys, by the way, not so much for girls, but if you've got low levels of testosterone, you're just focusing on calorie deficit, okay, and chopping your food away all the time, well, you know what's going to follow with it? You're going to lose your testosterone, okay? You're going to lose your insulin and you're going to lose your testosterone. When when you get rid of all that stuff, you just don't function well at all. So you got to look after your hormones. You got to think, am I doing what's right for me right now? And these people, the constant focus is just on minimizing the amount of calories, just reducing the calories, reducing the calories, reducing the calories. It's like, what the fuck? I guess the next one is like, what about energy expenditure? One thing that's really, really prominent at the moment is people saying, oh, fuck cardio. I don't do cardio and I got lean. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, so you got a six-pack the first time. Yeah, that's cute. You know what I mean? That's you lean, yet you're claiming to be a fitness professional. And that's the thing. Bagging out on doing and skipping out on cardio and not trying to regulate your energy expenditure, or not using other ways to regulate your energy expenditure, it's absolutely daft, and just trying to eat less and less and less and less. I've seen people try and drop their calories down to like 1,500 or 1,000 just to avoid, this is dudes, like 85, 90 kilo dudes, dropping their calories down all that way, girls going even lower just to not do cardio. It's fucking asinine. It's absolutely stupid. Because in the end of the day, if you can eat more calories and expend more energy, you will inevitably be better off. You will feel better. Right? You'll feel better. You'll maintain your sex drive. You get more micronutrients in. Your whole host of things are going to be much better. And that leads me on to the next one. When people are just tracking fucking calories and macronutrients and that's all you're concerned about, well, what happens if you miss out on your micronutrients? You're an absolute spud if you think that you can get away and be very, very healthy and maintain optimal health and get optimal results by eating fucking Pop-Tarts and whey protein every day. I heard someone say that on a podcast. I didn't steal that. I will admit that I stole that quote. But yeah, you're a fucking Muppet if you think that's the case. Absolute Muppet, okay? And that's the thing, micronutrients are really, really dramatically underestimated and undervalued. I mean, things like zinc. I get my clients to fucking pump the zinc, get heaps of zinc in. Girls will be on up to 100 milligrams a day, and then guys sometimes up to 150, you know, in certain cases here and there. I mean, we also look at stuff like, chromium picolinate. Things like that, getting the right ratio of chromium to zinc in. All these sorts of things which are just not paid attention to when you're only looking at calories in, calories out. And so in summary, calories in, calories out, fuck, yes, okay, there is some merit to it, but there is so much more than that. Number one, you need to make sure that you're looking after your stresses. If you're not looking after your stresses, you're going to be fucked, all right? You've got to look after your hormones. You've got to look after your gut. There is so much more than just calories in, calories out. And if someone's telling you otherwise, you know, they've got no idea. There's one bloke at the moment who's doing very, very well, and he's preaching a good message to Gen Pop, but I think anybody who's got a little bit of experience should not be fucking bothering listening to him. But he's just saying, this bloke goes out and says, you know, intermittent fasting, ketosis, everything works all via a calorie deficit. And it's like, yeah, not quite, matey. Not quite at all. They've got some slightly different mechanisms and different functions, okay? So yeah, it's not the way. Anyway, let's get into some questions. What are coming through? Who we got online at the moment? Big City Grish. I hope you're well, mate. Mickey Slob, Nick Kazi, Tyrone, Tony Heat. Sid reckons that my nose already looks good and I don't need a nose job. I reckon I could do with a nose job. But Sid, mate, the reason why I'm getting the nose job is so that I don't get bloody skin cancer, because this bad boy just keeps getting burnt. I got the most burnable schnozburger ever. Yeah, it's got to go. It's got to go. I need some plastic on there. And I want to be a little bit, I'd love an extra half a point of good lookingness. Nick Kazi says James for Prime Minister. Mate, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind the top. No, I wouldn't mind the top job. So if someone wants to nominate me, I will actually put in an application to go for, run for Parliament. I think that'd be alright. I could shake some things up, and I probably wouldn't root my staffer. Probably wouldn't. Depends how good she is. Benny Michael, welcome. Mary, how are you? Jazzy Hughes. Brendan Johnson, how are you, mate? Brendan just said my body's moving much quicker than expected. In 2 weeks, it's changed so much. That's what we do, bro. Jimmy Patterson reckons I've hit the nail on the head. David Fife. David's just asked, what's your input on apple cider vinegar, bro? Mate, I love apple cider vinegar, alright? So this old story which I got told, probably an old wives' tale, I don't know, there might be some merit to it. But pretty much there were two sets of cattle. One set of cattle were in the vineyards, in the apple orchards, and one set of cattle were just out in regular pastures. And the ones which always got access to the fermented apples, aka apple cider vinegar, they lived for far, far longer. I think it was an extra 25% longer than the other cattle, okay? Probably an old wives' tale, but supports my point, so I like it. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is fantastic. Boosts up your hydrochloric acid intake. You know, makes you makes you feel a whole heap better. I've just been told that the mic is poor. So can anyone confirm whether you can hear me right now before I keep, you know, talking away and yeah, you don't get anything? Confirm that for me, bras, because I'll try and spit some gold for you. I'm all good? Yes, thank you guys. Just letting me know. Wicked. Thanks, Peyton. Frank just said, how do you get more calories on a vegan diet? You eat more, bro. Vegan diets are fucking hard, man. Really, really hard. They're not a whole heap of fun for gaining mass and trying to put muscle on. Yes, you can do it. Definitely you can, but you do have to work around it. So as far as getting more calories, well, let's go a little bit more in depth than that, man. Let's look at your macronutrients. In order to get more macros on a vegan diet, or more protein, on a vegan diet, you need to literally supplement with protein shakes. All the protein sources, the natural ones on a vegan diet, are shit house, alright? They often irritate your gut, they're full of fats, full of carbs, crap, okay? So you're gonna have to invest in some EAAs, those Subito ones are what I use, EAAs, BCAAs, whey protein, that sort of stuff. Or you can't use whey obviously, but pea protein, okay? As far as the rest of it, you just gotta fucking eat more, mate. Get more potato in, get more nuts in, you know, those sorts of things, alright? Carbs and fats are very easy on a vegan diet, protein is not. Chrissy Armstrong, how are you, mate? Xavier, good to have you, brother. Philip De Lima. So how do you get lean whilst building muscle? Well, number one, if you nail your training and you nail your diet, you've got it absolutely perfectly customized to you, then it will happen. You can ask any of my guys here. Let's see who's on, who has done it. Paulie Curry's done it. Paulie's got leaner and bigger at the same time, and he'll vouch for that. Who else we got? And we've got a heap of boys. Actually, Jimmy Patterson's pretty much done it as well. Got leaner and bigger at the same time. Honestly, you just got to lift big. You got to train hard. Have a work ethic. Follow a nutrition plan where you are, you know, either in a slight calorie deficit or, you know, equicaloric or something around there. And you've got you're looking after your gut, looking after your neurotransmitters, optimizing your stress, all those sorts of things. That is how you do it, man. It's actually a very, very big long process, and that's why, you know, our plans are fucking detailed, and we've got a bloody massive list of supplements which cover every aspect of your life, and we pretty much control, you know, how everything goes. So that's how you build muscle, man, while losing fat. Zach Davis said, bit off topic. Mate, nothing's off topic. You can ask whatever the fuck you want on these. He said, bit off topic, but what's your opinion on sunscreen? Man, that's an interesting one. See, I'm not hugely educated in this area. Yeah, not massively educated here. But from what I've read, look, sunscreen itself serves a purpose. Here in Australia, we get fucking baked, aka Papa Shred's nose. Alright, so we get baked, we get burnt, you know, we've got no ozone layer, which is great for tanning, but not so good for melanoma. So yeah, for that side of things, yeah, okay, you probably do want to get a little bit of sunscreen on. But at the same time, number one, sunscreen's apparently meant to have some chemicals in it which aren't too good for us. I haven't read the studies on this, I don't know the research, but that's what I've read briefly. So perhaps it's not too good for you. On the other side of things as well, I think you should just be getting more fucking sun, and if you get more sun consistently over a longer period of time, you don't get burnt, you're actually less likely to get melanoma, allegedly. And so just getting consistent exposure to the sun is going to do you much better in the long run. Apparently, who was it? A doctor was saying this the other day, I was talking with, he said, a priest who gets burnt, you know, fucking 3 times and spends the rest of his time bloody wrapped up in his robe, is more likely to get burnt than a surf lifesaver who's out in the sun all the time and getting consistent exposure. Right? Okie doke. So I hope that helps, man. Good alternatives to that are apparently it's carrot oil. I think it's carrot oil and even coconut oil are actually really good. They've got a small amount of UV protection to it. Julie Hogan's just said, James, a few people are saying 7-day fast and 21-day fast help with your digestive system, liver, etc. Can I get your thoughts? Julie, I've also heard of cults in the US who say it's a really good idea to go pop poison pills and commit mass suicides together. You know what I mean? People say dumb stuff all the time, and those two things are fucking dumb, all right? A 7-day fast will not help your digestive system, all right? Now, I'm not grilling you, Julie. I'm grilling the Muppets who've told you this, okay? A 7-day fast will not help your digestive system. It won't help your fucking liver, that's for sure, all right? So what it'll do is a 7-day fast will shift you into fight or flight, which will tighten up all the muscles in your gut, okay? It will also perturb a lot of your bacteria, okay? It'll change them around, stop making them function quite as well, and you won't be able to digest food as well after that for quite some time. So doing a 7-day or a 21-day fast is really absolutely fucking asinine. It's stupid. Stupid people, okay? If you want a challenge and you're like, you know what, I want to prove to myself I can do a 10-day fast or a 21-day fast or something like that, good, go for it, that's awesome, you know, fucking all power to you. It's the same as, you know, going and doing an Ironman. You know, I've got a couple of boys at the moment who I'm helping with their Ironman preps, 2 legends, and Cam and Kano, and they're going over and doing that. Now, that's not optimal for your health. In fact, it's fucking ridiculous, but they're going for it, all right? That's where I put the 7-day and 21-day fast. Stupid ideas unless you're doing it for a challenge, you know? And if you're doing it for a challenge, why the fuck are you fasting? Well, just go and do an Ironman like a normal person, all right? So yeah, as far as the liver, this one fucking shits me all the time. Excuse my French. I get very passionate about this and about people being Muppets, particularly with the naturopath world, where I see more incompetency than, you know, a kindergarten's drawing. And so with the liver does not get detoxified. It does not detoxify when there is no amino acids. It requires cysteine in order to detoxify, all right? It needs amino acids to detoxify. Let's remember that. Fucking not eating does not make the liver suddenly become less toxic or helps it clean itself out. Doesn't work like that whatsoever, okay? Does not work. As far as your kidneys go, no, a 7-day fast is not going to do anything more than just eating a balanced diet, not being a shithead, all right, and drinking lots of water. That's about it, okay? As far as your heart doesn't benefit from bloody fasting, okay? What other organs do you have? Your spleen doesn't benefit from bloody fasting, okay? Every now and then I'll recommend some people do a 1-day fast. A 1-day fast is great, okay? It's really, really good because some people get gastric or even intestinal irritation. They can't eat food, so I say, look dude or dudette, go out, have a 1 day off, stop eating, let everything pass through, let that gut settle down, let it get healed, and then bang, go into it. That is good. 7 days of not eating food or 21 days of not eating food is absolutely stupid, absolutely ridiculous, okay? I am an advocate for fasting when it's smart. This is dumb fasting, really dumb fasting, with literally zero research to back it up whatsoever, okay? There are no benefits from this, from completely fasting, which you couldn't get from eating, you know, a lower calorie diet, all right? Uma has just said, supplements I use, please. All right, let's do a tour. I'll show you inside the shred shed. Okay, so these are all the supplements that I use at the moment. I'm just going to show you here. There's some missing as well. I don't know where I put them. All right, so what have we got here? You see that? Magnesium, berberine, probiotic, magnesium again, different types, Spectro GI. I don't use that one as much anymore. Krill oil, N-acetyltyrosine, astragalus, 5-HTP, inositol, licorice root, don't use that one as much, oregano, it's wicked stuff for candida, phosphatidylcholine, chromium picolinate, fish oil, tried a bit of MK677, it was shit, don't bother, curcumin, selenium, that's milk thistle, digestive enzymes again, cat's claw, optimized garlic, which is allicin, which breaks stuff down. What else do I have? Glucosamine there. Plus, I've also got some amino acids and whey somewhere there. I just don't know where they are at the moment. Actually, I'm out of amino acids, so I've got to hit up Speedo for them. Plus, yeah, there's a delta zone there too. I don't think I showed you that. Delta zone and melatonin too, and GABA. I gave a bit of my GABA away to Joe the other day, who I trained with my boys. So yeah, that's a brief run through of my supplementation, mate. Plus, I also use a little bit of modafinil at the moment whenever I'm not quite, or whenever I know I've got a really fucked day. Like today, I started at about 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning, and I'm still kicking along now. So I popped 25 milligrams of modafinil. 25? Yeah, 25 milligrams of modafinil. That stuff's the bee's knees when you need it. So yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. Rightio. Chook. Stevie Chook's just asked, do you do much mobility work? Yeah, nah, I don't. I'm really fucking bad with it, to be perfectly honest. I should. See, I see a chiro every week, and I also get massaged. Well, I should get massaged every single week. So my boy Jason Lamb in at St Leonard's, all right? If you're in Sydney looking for a chiro, okay? Jason Lamb, Tensegrity Chiropractic or Sports and Chiropractic St Leonard's, go see him. So I see him every week, and he puts me back into shape. Pretty much the main areas that I focus on for releasing is just around through my midsection. All right, I've got some exercises and things I follow from a bloke called Andrew Lockdown in Melbourne. He's fantastic as well. If you're in Melbourne, go see him if you want to get fucking jacked. But he's given me a few rehab exercises to do to correct my shoulder movement. And yeah, so that's what I do, mate. Not terribly much mobility work. I should do a shitload more, right? But at the same time, I do look after my body really well. I mean, I stand at a standing desk all the time, which is like right here. That's what I'm leaning on, and I am constantly moving. So yeah, and I do sit in a full squat every time I do sit. Chrissy Armstrong has just said, I get a little bloated when I eat carbs. Is there anything I can do to reduce this? Yes, mate. Number one for you, Chris, is to reduce your stress, improve your GABA levels, improve your serotonin levels, and you'll be fine. It'll literally evaporate like that, okay? If you do it right, you'll be sweet. Carl. Carl's just asked, hey brother, what's your view on carb cycling? I was on a keto diet, but a physio? Said to try carb cycling. Yeah, bro, carb cycling's cool. I mean, like, it's not going to get you any amazing results. The best thing is actually carb cycling can be good, man. The thing with dieting, guys, which we've got to get is that, fucking be it keto, be it carb cycling, be it fucking backloading, they've all got specific reasons for which they're going to be used. So I shouldn't just generalize. And give you general answers to it. Each diet will have its merits for different people. Intermittent fasting is great for some. Keto is great for some. Backloading is great for some. Backloading is great for most. Peri-workout carb timing is great for some. Carb cycling is great for some. All those sorts of things. They all have their pros and cons. Carb cycling is really good when you've got someone who flattens out really, really quickly. So they pretty much, you put them in a calorie deficit and they just get flat like that. But I rarely use it, to be perfectly honest. I find it kind of more wanky. It's a good marketing technique. If you want to sell people shit, alright, it's a good marketing technique. Other than that, I wouldn't really bother. What I do is I literally just get my guys and girls on a training day and non-training day nutrition. A couple have got like a night shift versus a day shift nutrition. That's it. Rightio. Paul Curry's just said the Ginger Ninja hates the sun. Mate, the Ginger Ninja should learn to love the sun, but very, very slowly. Right, very slowly. Jason Henderson's just asked, how bad is Dare iced coffee for you? I've been drinking one a day, full of fat and sugar, aren't they? Jason, you just answered your own question, bro. Dare iced coffee is a shit, alright? Absolute waste of time. I wouldn't do it. The worst part isn't the sugar, alright? It's not even the sugar or the fat. It's the fucking milk in it, man. It's the lactose and the casein in there which ruins your gut. Those are the bad things. Who else we got in here? Matty Fletcher. How are you, Big Rig? Peter Innick. Liam Chenery. How are you, mate? Krishan says, you sound like a teacher. You sound so cute. I wish you were my husband. Thank you, Rishan. That's very, very nice. In fact, that's probably one of the nicest things that anybody has ever said to me in their life. Yeah. Much appreciated. Travis has just said, at least I don't have a nose like a Greek. Good point. Good point. I could have a worse nose, something fucking big like that. That's a good point. The good thing about a Greek nose, though, is that it doesn't have the same bloody risk of melanoma that mine does. Ethan Hertz has said, one of my views on intermittent fasting was my preferred feeding window or eating protocol. Good question, Ethan. Mate, if you haven't already, go out and take a look in the Shred community. Fuck, I've got to put up the link to the Shred community. Get into the Shred community because there's actually a video up there. I did an interview with my boy Abdel, the squat doc, and pretty much we discussed that. Okay, I was putting up now. Okie doke, so it's there. I've posted him up and pinned it to the top. You can find the Shred community link. Get in there. I've done a full video on my thoughts on intermittent fasting. Rightio. So yeah, intermittent fasting in a nutshell. As always, it's good in certain instances. Certain times it's great, certain times it's not. All right. You gotta work out when it's good for and when it's not good for. Check the video out because we spent fucking ages on that. What's my preferred feeding protocol? My preferred feeding window and eating protocol. My preferred feeding window and eating protocol is just all the time. I'm literally eating all the time. If I go 2 hours without eating, then I'm fucking not a happy camper and I start going, a little bit sluggish. So yeah, man, at the moment, I just eat and eat and eat. Normally, I'm a big fan of carb backloading. But for the amount of calories I'm getting in at the moment, carb backloading is it's quite impractical. I've done it with a few people in the past, but I don't do it anymore. Past about, depends on the person, 4,000 to 5,000 to 6,000 calories and more, we don't do it. So yeah, my preferred feeding protocol, my preferred feeding window is just fucking all day. Literally from when I get up until I go to bed. I woke up this morning, 3:34 a.m., went out, smashed some almond butter, whacked on some eggs, had some smoked salmon, and then had some coconut yogurt with golden syrup, with sultanas, and then after that I went and had another meal from Daily Fuel, the mob or the girl, lovely lady Gemma, the woman who makes all my meals for me, so I smashed them, and then what did I have? Some fucking sausages, then I had some more nut butter, then I had some olive oil on a salad, and look, I could go on, mate. I just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and right after this, I'm going to go smash another packet of gummy bears, and yeah. As far as nutrient timing goes, I am a big fan of having high GI carbs around the workout. Some people do well before, some people do well with them after. I find them very easy to digest, and it's fucking awesome getting out of your workout, knowing you've punished yourself, and then smashing a whole heap of gummy bears. Alright, so that's why I like them. Paul Carey said, what's your thoughts on the Arnold Classic now promoting isogenics? Well, I'm actually contracted to the IFBB Pro League, so I can't really speak out about that too much, but I am surprised. So I wouldn't have picked that, but you know what? Just zip. That's the one time Papa Shreds just going to keep his mouth shut. Stefano, how are you, Big Rig? Brody's just said, I'm struggling a little with motivation. Any tips? Well, fucking what do you want, mate? You know what I mean? In the end of the day, you got two options right now. Brody, you can say you're struggling with motivation. You can either fucking do something or you can not do something. That's it. They're your two choices. You pick your road, yeah? Nobody's going to fucking baby you, mate. Oh, I'm going to give you tough love, by the way, mate. Very, very tough love. It's all love, but it is tough. Mate, do you fucking care about how you look? Do you care about how you feel? Do you care about how, your health will impact your family and those around you and those who care about you? If the answer is yes, then get off your fucking ass and go to the gym and start eating some better food. If the answer is no, well, fucking do whatever you like, mate. Go get pissed, go do drugs, go eat whatever the fucking shit you want to do. Go to the pub, don't go to the gym. That's it. Literally, your two options, mate. You're struggling with motivation, ask yourself, what do you want to be? If you don't train and you don't eat right, you're going to be a fat, lazy shit, alright? If you train and you eat right, you're going to get shredded, you're going to feel great, and you're going to move forwards with your life. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. It's very much binary, okay? I don't believe in motivation in terms of I'm not talking in the scientific term, but in terms of what people are thinking about these days. When people are like, it's the new year, I'm so motivated to be a new me. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't you just want to, just fucking look good? Why do you need motivation? I don't need motivation to go to the gym. I go to the gym every day because I fucking love it, alright? I love getting in there. It's like my happy place, alright? My happiest place in the world. Number one, because I just love lifting, and number two, because I love being shredded and love getting muscle, okay? That's it. So yeah, mate, motivation's bullshit. Absolute bullshit, okay? If you're not motivated, you fucking don't want it, okay? And that's it. In the end of the day, look at yourself in the mirror, think about where you want to be, and that's it. End of story, okay? I've actually had a couple of clients before ask me, it's like, James, I'm feeling so unmotivated, I can't follow your plan. It's like, yes, you fucking can follow my plan. You can follow the fucking plan because I put all the foods you like in there. I've got you eating burgers every day, for Christ's sake, alright? The reason you don't want to follow the plan is you're fucking lazy, you haven't set your goals, alright? And you don't know where you're going. That's it. End of story. No bullshit. Okay? Ali said, hey mate, on your nutrition program and getting awesome results. I know you are, brother. It was good chatting the other day. Struggling a little bit with the food quantity, it's too much. So I've replaced one meal with 2 protein bars and it seems to still be going okay and I feel good too. Am I doing the right thing? If so, any okay preferred brands of bars? Guys, this is one example of what we do, is pretty much when you start training with us, we throw you fucking full of food all the time and you get leaner, alright? So this is another example, going back to the calories in, calories out thing at the start, where eating fucking peasant calories is not going to get you anywhere, alright? It's not going to get you optimal results. Now, as far as substituting meals for protein bars and whatnot, I can empathise with that and I can understand that. Yes, that's fine, as long as they don't irritate your gut. That's my answer to everything. If it irritates your gut, then well, fuck, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing it. If it gives you headaches, if it gives you, bad skin, anything like that, any negative symptoms, then, you're not on the right track. You need to sort that out and you need to change, okay? If the protein bars don't work for you, switch to a whey protein shake and just match up the macronutrients in it. So if you've got to serve a fat with your meal and you've got 150 grams of meat, then you have 30 grams of whey with 25 grams of fat source. For example, 50 grams of nut butter, okay? As far as any preferred brands or bars, I've got no idea about protein bars, dude. I don't eat them at all. I know, just avoid the fucking Titan bars and all that sort of stuff. Big Jared Robertson, speaking of people who struggle with the stupid amount of calories I give them. Travis has said, have you heard of Muscle Meals Direct? Should I try it for weight loss? Look, no offense to the people from Muscle Meals Direct, but I equate their food to eating fucking cancer, alright? It's disgusting. It is filthy. It is single-handedly some of the most disgusting, repulsive, unsanitary food? Unsanitary? It's not food. It's not fucking food. It's packaged rubbish, alright? Recycled garbage. And that's what it is. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Don't try it for weight loss, mate. Just get a program to follow. Easy as, alright? If you want a meal prep company to do everything for you, if you're in Sydney, use Daily Fuel. In Perth, what the fuck's their name? There's some there's some company over there in Perth. You can just Google them, alright? I can't remember their name. In Melbourne, they've got Core Foods. Up in Queensland, they've got, is it 5.4 or something like that? I can't remember, alright, but there are heaps of them around. Okay. Stevie Gannis just said, I actually needed to hear that right now, the motivation rant. That's it, Stevie. Mate, you got the choice, brother. Do you want to get fat? Do you want to get shredded? Pick it. Easy. Red pill, blue pill. Simple as that. Huey Phillips reckons it's a great rant. And Rana says, call me. Rana, why am I calling you, dude? I'm probably not going to call you, man. Like, straight up. But thank you anyway. And he's followed it up with a nice body. I'm definitely not calling you now, bruh. If you were like blonde, you had like blue eyes, nice rig, all that, I'd probably call you. In fact, I'd call you instantly. But you're a dude, and I'm sorry, man. I'm straight. But anyway, off that. Look, guys, I think we've gone through absolutely everything at the moment. We had some really, really epic questions. So thank you very much for getting amongst it tonight. I'm going to jump off now. If you need anything, let me know. On top of that too, for any of you guys who are suffering from anxiety, depression, or anything like that, anxiety, depression, PTSD, we're actually holding a free workshop tomorrow night, which is done online. So you can just jump in, say hello, and yeah, you can just ask literally any questions you want. We're going to be discussing what is anxiety, depression, PTSD, all those sorts of things. We're going to discuss the biochemistry of it, how you can resolve it, management strategies, those sorts of things. Because pretty much anxiety, depression, and PTSD, they should not occur. They should be managed and they should be beaten. I've recently been working with a bloke called Marty who's been suffering with it for a long time, and pretty much the bloke's just fucking smashed it out of the park. Within a week, he went from really struggling and having a tough time with it to being symptom free. Okay, and it's not that fucking hard and it's not that uncommon. Right? So if you want to learn more about that as well, jump in the Shred community. You'll see the post that I've pinned up to the top, the most recent one, and you'll be able to comment and say, look, James, I want in on this, send me the invite, and then I'll invite you along, okay? On that note, I'll leave you to it, guys. Enjoy your night. Bye.